Hola todos! Hello everyone, thank you all for tuning in. Your hosts today, I'm Johnny.
And I'm Tom.
And I'm Tadeo.
We're three American expats coming to you from the beautiful Buenos Aires, Argentina. This is the podcast about everything but nothing, with some expat life news and comedy thrown in. This is
The Velvet
Hammer!
Okay, let's go. Number 19.
Oh, 20?
Is it 20?
20.
Oh, good.
Yes, thank you all so much for tuning in. This is
Time goes so fast when you're having fun.
Right, here we go. 20 episodes in. For those of you who stuck with us, thank you. For those of you just joining us, we're so glad to have you with us. Stay tuned, because this is our last episode of the season, and we'll be back with much, much more in the next season to come. And today, to celebrate with us, our extra special guest, after the doctor pokes and prods you, tells you all the bad news, she's that friendly face that helps you get your medicine. She's made a career helping people find the right dose, and, of course, she raised two of us, your hosts today. From California, our mother, visiting Argentina for the first time, here's Marilyn. Thank you all for joining us.
Welcome. Great. A new favorite drug dealer.
Yeah.
How wonderful.
How are you?
Nice to be here, everybody. I love it here.
It's a little daunting, no? Your first little radio show or podcast.
And the city is huge.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. We have been taking her through the ringer for, 11 days now?
This is day 10, I think, so 10 days.
Something like that.
I have to warm you up to the microphone here. It takes a little while.
Yeah.
I mean, even when we started out, we were a bit,
A little bit shy.
a little shy.
Uh-huh. And just
to help us unshy ourselves.
unshy ourselves, since our American mother is here, I'm going to have an American Budweiser. What do you guys have?
I've got the Brahma. Don't try to take my Brahma away from me. Por favor. Yes.
And in the right corner.
And in the right corner with his pulling in with the Argentina favorite, Quilmes.
Boom, 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 boom.
Got the blue and white.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, I can start with a little
go
question
for it.
for Mom here, because
Yeah.
you have now spent about a week and a couple days in Argentina.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of it? I mean, I think it might have been different than what you thought.
I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed by the parks, the beautiful buildings, street after street after street.
I mean, it's bigger than you thought.
It's bigger than I thought.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think you.
Oh, yeah.
More people than I imagined.
Oh my! Yeah, we took out in rush hour, the soup day,
Yes.
the subway. Oh, we
Traveling. Yes.
What do you think about the buses?
We went on the buses. Oh my gosh!
Hang on.
Yeah, hang on. Exactly.
I said,
Hang on.
watch your ass on 9th Street. Whoa, it's dangerous out there. You gotta keep your shit together.
Yeah. I think we took flight a couple times.
Oh man, we shouldn't have done that to you, but
Have you
As
ridden
well
the
as when you're walking the streets, too. You got to be mindful of everybody around you and the cars.
and that's another. Oh man,
we were telling you the truth,
Child by
folks.
fire of Argentina. The buses do not care; they will hit you, and if you get on the bus, they will start moving while you're still trying to find your seat.
That's true. That's true.
The gas brake. I think we had to stand on a bus once because it was packed with people, and it was not fun. We took you on too many buses. We've been on at least 5 different lines.
Yeah, the 41, the 10, the 12, the 60, the 32.
I know somebody one time who was on a bus coming from one of the suburbs who were going to have a date, and she was a little bit late because she said the bus driver stopped the bus out on the autopista, the freeway, and said everybody has to get off because the bus is going to catch fire.
Ooh.
Something about the batteries and something. She's like, well, how do you think I felt? You're sitting on the bus, everybody has to get off, and they send another bus.
On the freeway.
Yeah.
That happened on the street the other day. We
And
passed.
we saw the bus on fire.
Yeah, look at that. Trial by fire, Argentina, I keep saying. We saw the firemen coming to go put out the fire. It was right there on Santa Fe.
Yeah.
Main Street.
Hey, you've seen a lot here. It's been a smash.
I mean, it's a city. You see so much so fast.
It was like a smash burger vacation.
So, Marilyn, have you ridden the subway long about rush hour at night when it's really packed and you have to push yourself onto the subway car and
We
then
did.
then try to let the door close behind you?
Yeah.
Oh, push. There were a lot of people out there.
We only took the subway twice, but it was packed both times.
It was packed.
Yeah. You were lucky to get a seat one time.
Did you get a seat? Oh yeah, we got a seat when it started to thin out.
Yeah, we were lucky. But other than that, smush, smush.
Last city. Yeah.
Have you been on many subways before?
No, that was probably the first subway I've ever been
What?
on. Yeah.
Oh,
We don't see them very often. We're in California
yeah.
because they ain't there.
True.
There is the metro. You've probably taken the DC metro, but that's different.
Oh yeah.
The DC, because
Yeah.
to Jonathan's graduation, when he used to live out there. But that's not quite the metro, the soup day, the subterranean. We have been running you ragged around town. I'm sorry.
Poor
We went
Mom.
from here to there. I mean, it's a
lot of walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, over 5 miles a day.
Look at this. Yeah, we did 5 miles a day
Every day.
consistently.
Every day.
And that's taking buses and taxis and subway, just going from little spot to spot, going through the little markets and etc.
How did you feel about the security? Did you feel like safe? Did you feel like you were ever accosted or anything?
No, I felt very secure. I didn't notice any problems.
Other than maybe this morning. We were out in the Congressional Plaza out here and some
This is, I guess, this guy.
One of those.
Yeah.
They walk in your face.
Yeah. And Mom was taking a picture looking like touristy, so he comes up, welcome to Buenos Aires, senora. Would you like to buy some unfashionable socks?
Yeah. Like,
And Jonathan's just trying to like,
I'm like LOing out. I'm like, box out, box out.
oh, look at you knowing basketball terms. And we're trying to like just box him away.
Like, no sir, please.
But other than that, it was pretty good. Yeah, we've just, we have seen a lot of kind of homelessness and the pobreza that we've seen a couple times. Yesterday getting coffee.
But we walk through the parks, and there's moms and babies and
Yeah.
children and
Dogs.
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 Ooh.
Yes.
Lots of dogs.
Oh, we had an experience. Jonathan actually stepped in some scat.
I have a friend, she's a Porteña, and she calls it Shitlandia.
Shitlandia, right.
There's so much dog shit out there. They try to pick it up, but sometimes you just can't pick it up.
Yeah, it's way too much.
He stepped in
I
one.
stepped inside. It was. I always like curse out people's dogs because they don't like make them shit in the street. But they actually had the shit in the street, and I almost slipped in it. Like, oh,
That's
oh no! It was a wet
disgusting.
one.
Oh,
my
that's
God.
only happened to me once, and I've been here for off and on about 2 years living here. Only one time, and it's like, yow.
Yeah. Oh,
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, there's nothing worse than.
Especially if you've got those sneakers with the little ridges on the bottom.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know?
look at that. I've got the
About the size
Vans.
of a
They
pencil
never come
lead.
in.
Yeah.
Never get it out.
Yeah, you try to find some water going down the gutters and just like splash your foot around in it. Ugh, get your shoe dirtier.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, but the dogs are a lot friendlier after that. They come up and they want to see what's going on with your shoes.
Why does it smell like my neighbor's dog?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Muffy.
Muffy coming, raising her ugly head again. Let's see, what else do we have in the city? So, and lots of people. We got pushed around a little bit and walking on the main streets, walking down Corrientes and.
Everybody's in a rush.
Yep.
Everybody's
So we were
rush,
trying
rush,
to take it to
rush.
the smaller streets where it's a little bit more peaceful, but yeah, where did we go yesterday? We went through Palermo, Belgrano, where it's a little bit calmer, but we were in the city center out here. It's go, go, go.
I mean, yeah, because life where you're at, you're in Southern California. What like a suburb of LA, if you
Yeah.
can explain it. Like, but it's a lot different out there.
A lot different. There aren't many pedestrians. That's why.
It's a driving.
It's a driving city. Yeah.
So
Cars. Yeah.
out here, everyone's just jostling about the
And
streets.
the cars drive about as fast as you can walk anyhow.
Oh,
You know, 3 miles an hour out on the I-5. You can't do much more than that sometimes.
Lordy, yeah, I did not miss that. Cars are jostling instead of the humans, just jostling your car. Road rage is a problem out there. I mean, you're a calm person. I don't think you've ever had road rage.
Well,
But you might
yeah.
have seen road. You've probably seen your share.
He
Yeah.
shares.
I'm the one that draws back. Yeah, I yield.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. What's going on the freeway?
Woo.
I was first, but he came on my right, and I just let him go. He was about ready to hit my car.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's
Bye-bye.
no need to die today.
That's the best thing to do. Now, I traveled 50,000 miles a year when I was selling musical instruments to music stores. I was a wholesaler. And I would drive about 5 miles underneath the speed limit so that everybody else had to pass me. And it was just such an easier way to get down the road because you don't have to be jockeying for position and trying to get around this and trying to get around that truck. Just let them all go by you. So you get there 15 minutes later than normal.
Right.
Big deal.
But you're alive, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No one shot at you through the windows. My God, that happens. Jesus.
Someone pulling out their guns in California.
Oh, I was living in Dallas, Texas, when the hillside, what was it? The hillside guys were shooting people in the cars and all that. You know?
Oh, Lord.
And that shit was happening in Texas a lot earlier than it started happening in Los Angeles.
Oh, wow.
I mean, they shoot people all the time in Texas.
Yeah, fair. That's something you would expect of Texas.
Just the way it is. You know?
Sorry, Texas. We expect you to have your shotguns and bullets on. Oh, no.
Everything's in bigger Texas.
I had a friend that lived in New Orleans, and when he drove in from, where was that town? There's some suburb of New Orleans. But he would drive in to go to work downtown New Orleans, and he would carry a sawed-off shotgun
Oh, my gosh.
on his lap.
What?
And because you go to a red light, and these guys come up and try to wash your windows and all this stuff, you know. It's like, no, we're not going to have that.
Hands on my window.
They see the pump, and they go the other way.
Jesus.
That's a true story.
That sounds like overdoing it, but my goodness.
Yeah, imagine being behind him and you just shoot someone. You see someone fly 10 feet away. Like, what?
His whole windshield scatters like floats up.
Another one bites the dust.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, I don't blame him. I think New Orleans is has the highest homicide rate, I think, in all of the states.
Wow.
That could
New
very well
Orleans.
be. It's a dangerous city. It's
dangerous
a
out there.
wonderful city, but it is dangerous.
Jeez.
I think there's a pocket where tourists go. What's it called? Not the Ninth Ward.
Yeah, Ninth
Ninth-
Ward.
What's that
I
word?
spent a week at the Ninth Ward with Dr. Bob was the guy's name. He was an artist. And
Whoa, this is weird.
And he had
Let's see
a
where this is going.
compound that was surrounded. It was probably maybe half an acre, maybe a little bit more than that, with some 10 buildings inside of it where his artist studios were. And it was surrounded by a 9-foot tall chain link fence with barbed wire at the top.
Wow.
And so at the time, this was May, I was there to go to Jazz Fest, which is a huge jazz festival. I mean, it's great music for a couple of weeks. And he said, you got to be back here by 9 o'clock at night because I chained the gates and they ain't nobody going to make me open those gates.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I kind of missed out on some nightlife, but it's like, no, you just don't mess with it.
Wow.
It's
Jeez.
dangerous. Ninth Ward. Ugh.
Oh my
That's
God.
probably even worse. Yeah, it's worse now. Other than Canal Street or Bourbon Street.
Bourbon
Other than Bourbon Street, I guess that's probably the only place where you're kind of safe.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Because the tourists, you know.
Well, the funny thing about the Ninth Ward is that they have all these houses, and the way they made houses, they had the barges that would come down the Mississippi River from north and carrying products, and when they got down to New Orleans, they'd unload everything off the barges, so you had this big flat pontoon, if you will, of a wooden platform. They'd take 4 of those and stick them together, and that would make a house. And that's how they built up the Ninth Ward. Of course, now those houses are probably worth about $500,000, you know, but it's still a bunch of barges that are nailed together.
Wow. Like Manhattan's built on trash. Here, New York's built on barges.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Venice is built on what?
Oh yeah.
Pontoons of some nature, yeah.
Oh, no,
Sticks
Venice
or-
is built on
sticks-
trees.
Trees, that's
That's
what it
what it
is.
was.
And they pounded the trees. The water's only about 10 or 15 feet deep. And they pounded the trees into the silt and they petrified. That's what happened. Because this is back in the 16th century they were building Venice.
Turning into amber.
And so some of those huge palacios in Venice have 1 million trees underneath of them. They're built on petrified trees.
Wow. Did not know that.
The whole
Yeah,
forest under
that's
there.
the way they did it.
Speaking of big cities, you were just recently in St. Louis.
Oh, yeah, let's go from the big cities.
How was St. Louis in comparison to Buenos?
I mean, some of the places, how they
Buenos Aires is
compare.
bigger?
Buenos Aires is definitely an older city.
Oh, okay.
Buildings, older buildings.
Lots of big ones. Or even
History, there's like statues everywhere and government offices and
You've had France. You've done some parts of France and Germany, but more, I'm guessing, countryside-y.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're beautiful, green, rolling hills
But not like.
and vineyards.
Not
here.
We don't see. Yeah.
We did do Tigre.
Oh yeah.
Tigre was interesting.
That's
Yeah,
right.
the little
Except,
boat trip.
except for the mosquitoes.
There weren't too many.
No.
Yeah,
They're
but
still-
we did take a boat around. So Tigre, for those who are listening who don't know, is a delta. So there's a lot of little islands, and I guess what would you call those?
I guess.
Our
Yeah.
Little islands, whatever,
Yeah.
little rivers
Yeah.
and
With the
inlets. and-
rivers.
So we took this boat trip, but some people they can only get to their house by boat.
By boat, yeah.
And every house it has its own little dock, and it has a name. So we saw, it's cute, yeah.
Yeah, I did
That's
not.
kind of nice.
Yeah, I did not
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
And the boat trip is only $5 for the little taxi. I did not notice that.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you do come to Buenos Aires, make a day to go to Tigre and get a 1-hour tour around the river for $5.
Yeah, and the boat's called a lancha. It's like a wooden, thin. It's almost like a longboat, like they have in the, was it Netherlands or something, or
Oh, yeah,
on those
those-
canals. It's a wooden boat. It's really nice and loud.
Loud.
Yeah.
Oh, so loud. Oh my gosh,
But
I think
you
it was
can-
rumbling.
And there's tons of them out on the river, just passing each other up. We were cruising on the waves of. There was one right next to us, and we were cruising on the waves. And some people use them as and some people use them as buses. So you'll see on the docks the people just waving the
Yeah,
taxi
there's
or
like
the.
literally a bus. And there's a
So-
Supe reader.
Yeah, there's a Supe
So you just
reader.
beep, scan your Supe, and that's how you get from your house to mainland Tigre.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
the
I
mainland
did not know
is-
that. 'Cause-
Really?
Yeah, they have water buses going around the river, and you just wave it down.
Yeah.
Because there's
okay.
no roads, and these they're all isolated. So like this little island, they can't get to the mainland.
Just river roads.
Oh, that's new for me. I didn't
Well,
know
that's
that.
back to Venice. They have those boats. What do they call those boats in Venice?
Yeah, that's what he was thinking of.
Gondolas.
Gondolas. Ah.
No, gondolas, but they have big bus boats that you can get onto. And I can't remember the name of them. Somebody out there, tell us what the name of it is.
Yeah.
But you buy a 24-hour pass and you can hop on and off and just get around because there's no cars in Venice. It's just all water. That's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know there's a transit strike on today?
That's today.
Yes,
well, luckily
the
we got
trains, the train that you take
Okay.
to get to Tigre
Yeah.
and Mitre and all the other places, they're on the job, but they're only driving 30 kilometers an hour,
Oh,
which is
no.
18 miles an hour.
Slow.
And for 24 hours, they're going to do this because they're demanding more pay.
I
The
see.
people that are driving the trains.
Wow. Well, good thing we went earlier. Gee.
Yeah, they're saying it's 45 minutes to get to Tigre.
Oh gosh.
Well, it was
Or
it's
more.
45. It took us 45 to get there.
Yeah,
So it'll
so
probably
they're
take
big.
double that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm not sure.
Gosh. Wow, that would be terrible.
hour and a half.
Oh god.
So it's a big deal. There's a lot of strikes here in Argentina.
Oh, yeah.
People fighting for their rights.
Yeah, I think that's another thing. We haven't. I think the first day you got here, there was a student, or the second day maybe, the students had to walk out. But other than that, we haven't seen any. I don't think we've seen any strikes, strangely enough.
Yeah, the 1 week is
We
not
somehow
strikes.
maneuvered our way
Oh,
around
yeah.
all of the
Yeah.
strikes.
You really need to see a big manifestation
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
in
Those-
Buenos Aires, right down here in Congress, right next to
Uh-huh.
our offices here at Palazzo Barolo.
Yeah.
That's incredible. They'll have 1 million people out in the street,
Yeah.
and it's just wall to wall. We talked about this on another episode past.
Yeah.
And I was trying to go out and smoke a cigarette, and I couldn't even open the door because it's wall to wall people,
That whole street.
all the way across the street, brick to brick.
Yeah, thousands and thousands and thousands of people just packing in, and the bombs that they launched to, like, what's it, percussion bombs? I think?
percussion. Yeah, those
That's
aerial
right.
percussion things. Somebody told me that's what the reason they do that is they do that outside of the Congress building so that the lawmakers inside know that they're there.
Yeah,
So they're debating something on the omnibus or whatever, all this stuff, and they can hear.
yeah, your constituents are just outside, so you better be voting in their favor instead of taking bribes.
Yeah, better vote in their favor because in Misiones in the north, I think they they're having a siege on the governor's mansion or something.
Yeah, they're going crazy in Minnesota.
So they will kill you. They will
have
drag you
lost
out of the
control.
house.
Oh my god.
I think it's been going on for almost 2 weeks now. They're protesting and they have like a siege on the governor's mansion or something like this. And yeah, someone better.
Sounds like Portland.
Yeah, oof. That's Portland back in the day.
Oh my god.
Portland's been having a lot of since
Oh yeah, during
the 1%er and back in 2008 and
yeah, right. They had when COVID was going on and when the Antifa and who was that? Who was the guy? Freddie, the guy that was the black man that was killed and
Oh wait.
and all that. That's the
George
beginning
Floyd.
of Black
Floyd,
Lives Matter.
That's right.
you already forgot his name.
Yeah, he's already forgotten. No,
George
look.
Floyd.
Floyd, that's what it was.
That was a
Yeah.
Well, you know, I heard the guy had 27 arrests. Okay, now I can't substantiate that, but somebody told me he'd been arrested 27 times, so they knew who he was. But at any rate, Antifa just kind of took over Portland, Oregon.
Gee.
I've got a friend that lives in Portland, Oregon, a high school friend, and she won't even talk about it.
Oh, she's like, I
And,
refuse.
and this was back when this was going on. It's like, no, don't ask me anything about it. It's my town, but I'm not going to talk about it.
that's a tough situation, yeah. Because in Argentina, just recently, I think you showed us this video, or someone, but there was a guy with a knife inside of a restaurant, and the cop had come
Oh
in.
yeah, that was yesterday, I think.
And he was trying to
Day
calm the
before
guy
yesterday.
down, and he was backing up. Like in
Yeah.
America, they would have just instantly. The guy ended up
Loaded him with
getting.
bullets.
Well,
Yeah.
the
They
police
ended up-
officer did eventually shoot
Eventually,
him
yeah.
and kill him.
But in the video, you can see the police officer running away,
he's
trying
running
to
away.
he was talking to some people on his phone,
He's
trying
like,
to get
"I
some
don't
help
wanna kill you,
there.
bro. I don't want to do this.
And then in America, it would have been 50. They would have wasted too much lead. He was like, we have 2 bullets. We do not have bullets. Yeah.
Oh my
These are
God.
expensive. We have budget cuts. Anyways, yeah.
Oh, speaking of like
But
United States, Malay is actually in the U.S. right now.
Yes,
He's
he
in,
is.
he's in California.
oh,
Yeah.
Really?
Malay's in the U.S. He's talking to the CEO of Google, Apple, a whole bunch of tech CEOs. He's trying to get like more business, like tech business in Argentina. So he's on a big tech tour right now. So he's talking, he's like, okay, let's get some Apple down here. Let's start building semiconductors. Let's start putting this cobalt to use here in Argentina to get the
to
economy
refine
going.
it. And,
Because there's a lot of cobalt, so those electric batteries need something. You know, I mean,
Yeah,
they need cobalt.
he said, you know, people have been attacking Malay about maybe he's just having a vacation and enjoying himself on these trips. And he came out and he said, I am not enjoying these trips. It's not a vacation. I am going there to work for Argentinos.
Yeah, and it was a packed schedule. Like he's boom, boom, like all these CEOs all in one day, and also this tech billionaire Peter Thiel has come and visited him twice in Argentina. He actually flew to Argentina to meet with the president 2 times. So, and he's also chum friends with Elon Musk now too. So.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Malay's getting out there and trying to put out word for Argentinian business, tech business.
good, but hope they get a good deal.
Yeah.
Hope
Yes,
they doesn't
God.
sell them out.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time.
Oh, I hope so. Oh, because this country could really use a pick me up.
Yeah, right.
Aw. Oh.
Yeah, it's gonna be a cold winter.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Cold winter.
And in good news.
Oh, that's
In good news, since you're from a suburb of Los Angeles, Mother, a sea otter from LA Zoo is moving to Argentina. A sea otter and her partner are coming here because there are endangered sea otters in
well, there's so many otters in Argentina already.
Well, I gotta tell you, that is just so exciting, Johnny.
Yeah.
My God.
No
Is
one's
there-
gonna
is
get
there
that
a-
one.
Right.
Can we paint a wall in here so I can watch it dry?
And it's so sad. They're cute little sea otters, you know. They crack you up, Melody. They're little tiny with their little paws.
You know those things are vicious in the water. Actually, they're vicious. They're terrible little animals.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
They're fast.
They're
Have you ever
fast,
seen
they're
one
vicious.
go through the water? It's like,
Oh my
they're
gosh.
fast.
Okay.
Eating those little fishies.
you don't want to be in the water with
Well,
one of
then
them.
come on,
Yeah.
it's a little Los Angeles sea otter. I guess you have to learn some Spanish. Oh. Wow. Well,
So,
sea otters.
is there a zoo here?
They're going to the Iberia National Park, and they're
Is that the
they're
north
hoping
or the
that they-
south? Iberia, that's in the north, right? I think you
think
told us
so.
about this.
And they're trying to like repopulate the sea otters because they're going extinct or endangered out here.
That's gonna be-
So they're gonna try and repopulate. They're in quarantine right now to make sure that they're healthy, and then they're gonna loose them to the wild. Hopefully they go make some sea otter babies.
All right.
It's so cute though with the abalone shells.
That's cute. We'll have a little piece of California forever in Argentina now.
Yeah.
Look at that. And that's like, what is this? The halfway point.
Oh my God! Is it really? No way.
It's about. Yeah, we're about at halfway.
We're very close.
Half an
Oh,
hour.
man, we haven't even been there.
Halfway.
Wow. What?
Hmm.
I haven't even gotten through half
Look at that.
of this.
I know, we're
You gotta
lagging
drink up.
behind. I
Oh
think
my
it's a
gosh.
change in the weather.
Yeah.
True.
Well, the weather's getting nicer finally, and it's
Suddenly.
been muggy.
Aww.
Sadly, during my mom's visit here, it's been quite dark and cloudy.
Yeah.
It didn't rain though. At least that's
No
good.
rain, right.
Yeah. But you are seeing now this is how it is. This is how it normally is. I'm not sure why it's been so.
Argentina, the weather was being very poor to you this week. This is not how it normally is. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what were some of your favorite things and some of your least favorite things? Like, what did you absolutely hate about it? You're like, I hate this.
Well, mosquitoes or something
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
But
in the
I don't
cold.
have those.
Yeah.
And the wind. Yeah, at night.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
walking in the streets.
We saw Mamma Mia.
The cold wind.
It ended. Well, actually, at your party, we couldn't find taxis. Some nights we just couldn't find taxis, so we got
That's
to
funny.
be out.
Oh, that was so weird.
That was the because that's the main street. There's always taxis there.
Yeah, well, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning when the party got over at my house. And
It
we
wasn't
went
quite
out,
over,
and
but-
it took like 20 minutes for a taxi to come by.
Yeah.
Now, it was Sunday night or Monday morning, so that was one
Yeah,
thing.
that's the
But I
thing.
mean,
It
it's
was
like
probably
the way
weekend.
de Julio, like, where are
That's
the
the way-
taxis?
20 lanes of traffic
Yeah.
and no taxis.
Exactly,
yeah.
for 20 minutes. Jesus.
Oh, you saw the widest avenue in the world.
The whitest.
Widest.
Oh, widest.
Widest.
Oh.
That's something else.
Like, are we talking about Manhattan or something? The whitest avenue in
No, no.
the whites. Just kidding. No. But, and
Oh, anyway.
what was one of your favorites? I know we did see, like, I don't feel like the theater. That was kind of, even though everything's in Spanish.
Yeah, everything was in Spanish.
You saw Mamma Mia?
We saw
Yeah.
Mamma Mia.
Okay.
Even the,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
the songs in Spanish.
Everything was in Spanish.
How, I mean,
But I think you're starting to get, yeah.
It was very nice.
It was
I
quite.
enjoyed it.
Everyone's dancing and singing.
it was a good production. Really
I
good
think
production.
you've been here 2 weeks. I think you're starting to get some of the Spanish.
Paseo.
Yeah, we're teaching.
Yeah, single
Paseo. What does that mean?
fracturas.
There we go, facturas,
Facturas,
yes.
yes. Golosinas,
Oh,
Golosinas, yeah, they got those. The alfajores, yeah.
empanadas, Corey Pond.
Empanada, yeah. Oh yeah, the food has been great, and the ice cream.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they got ice
A
cream
couple
down.
times, flavors.
New flavors.
Just
What do we
new
have?
flavors.
Like some pistachio,
Yeah.
white chocolate. Luciano's, shout out to Luciano's. Give us money.
Yeah.
Give us money.
The blueberry.
Blueberry. So if you do come to Argentina, you have to try
The ice cream.
the ice cream. It is. And they're just very strange
Your
flavors.
favorite flavor.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that lemon was good with.
Oh, Alex, yes, that lemon
Lemon.
cream. That's from
Lemon.
Sucre. Le Sucre.
okay.
That was very delicious.
Luciano's and Le Sucre. Ice cream.
And don't forget Nicolo.
Nicola.
Nicolo helados. They're all over town,
Oh.
and they're really good.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
true, yeah. Nicola, when you're buying on a budget, but you still want good ice cream.
Yes. Yeah.
Because a quarter kilo at Luciano's costs the same as a kilo at Nicolo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was expensive.
So much more expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luciano's money, but yeah. But I think that was a,
If you go, you have to buy a container that has. You can try 3 different kinds.
yeah.
You have to get a variety.
You have to get them, yeah.
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 Choose.
See? And they're nice. We got some samples. What did we try? Some chocolate.
Tiramisu.
Tiramisu. Some kind of chocolate fondant. Oof, that was good. Luciano's is just really good ice cream. My God. But I was saying with the Spanish, you're starting to, because when Tom came here, he coined this phrase: machine gun, rapid fire, Spanish.
Machine gun Spanish.
And you probably have seen on the streets.
I'm studying Spanish every day. I try to spend 45 minutes every morning trying to study this. I've got a grammatical book, and it's what was it today? It was loque, laque, LK, and all this shit. You know, I don't even know what that is all about. But so I can have a conversation. I'm good enough. I can have a conversation with maybe 2 people and myself. But if I'm sitting there trying to listen to another conversation that another group is having, maybe 4 or 5 people, I can't even get it.
Yeah.
You know, you just pick up a few words here and there. It's hearing it is the problem.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I can put it together and I can communicate 1-on-1, 2-on-1 like that, but man, when you get into a group conversation, they're just firing at machine gun Spanish. Oh, it's worse than Ecuador. God, you try to talk to some Ecuadorians, they're like, it's like, God, wait a second.
What?
Are you really saying syllables here?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Too much.
You probably got some.
Oh.
Yeah, you boys are doing good with your Spanish, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one thing. Yeah, I get along pretty well. But what you were saying with the accents, there are a lot of accents. So where my mom's from, she's from. They speak Mexican style Spanish. So I say pollo, llave, and so here it's pollo, chave, la calle, castellano. It's really like ooh bougie. So it's a very different kind of accent. And then even if you're from like I guess the north, like Colombia and Venezuela, they have different accents. They talk with their so it's everywhere you can kind of get these, and it's kind of difficult to understand every place. So Ecuadorians, I can understand Argentinians, but when someone from like another país starts talking starts talking, I can barely understand. I have to like adjust myself and like get to know that, and
so many dialects.
so it's a lot of dialects. Yeah, it's like I guess it's like America. You got the New York, you got Boston, you got the South, you got the little South.
It's so intelligible. You know, English,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
You
If you
understand.
live in the States, you can understand somebody from Texas, somebody from Boston, somebody from New York, somebody from LA.
Could you understand someone from England? What's that? Cafe.
Where you go for it? In the way? Like what? Was that English? What?
Yeah, it's true. Back in my little town in Italy, there's a bunch of Brits there, not a bunch, but the whole family of Brits, and they start talking. I swear to God, I don't understand half of what they're saying.
Isn't it weird?
It's the same thing as listening to Spanish, and it's the same language.
It's a strange thing, yeah.
Like,
How accents can be that.
So-
I mean, the British one is a lot, or the Cockney, or the Irish, and all them. Yeah.
Well, once the Brits from Manchester are a little bit easier to understand than the real London Brits.
Manchester is
London is just, they got that stick up their ass, They're talking about that all the
Oxford
time.
English or something like that.
That's jolly good, old fellow. But in Manchester, it's just down and dirty. The language is just smeared all over the place. It's a lot easier to understand.
Oh my God.
And then like they have different slang. So instead of saying like hot, they'll say fit. And they'll say like bird instead of chick. So like, oh, that's a hot chick. And they'll say, oh, it's a fit bed. So it's like,
Fit bad.
it's a fit bed. Oh, you real fit bed. I was like, what?
I guess
So all of their slangs are.
a strong flying creature. What?
Yeah, we were looking at like 1940s slang the other day. I think on your computer. You had, like,
what was that? The beatnik
Oh, the
dictionary.
Beatnik Dictionary.
That's
That's
Beatnik
right.
Dictionary. Go ahead and Google it. You'll find it. It's really pretty cool.
The Beatnik Dictionary.
So if we heard like, if we went back, whatever, how many years that is, 60, 80 years, we wouldn't even be able to understand, speaking English
Right.
Americans, because they used all the different words, groovy, and I guess I get some of those, but
Yeah.
there were some words that we forgot them, but I would not know what they were saying.
Oh, yeah, we should.
So-
I had a printout or at least a.
It's like our school.
Got it, so we're like, oh, what do you think this
Linguist
means?
class. And that's that, yeah. That's what our Spanish teachers always say. The language is alive.
Mm, yeah. Yeah.
So the language is always changing with, whoever.
That's a big science too. A lot of people are studying the way languages evolve, and how new things come in, and it's just completely different from year to year.
Yeah. Like in Spain, they use the formal version of a future tense. Iré, I say like the iré. Where here we use the voy a for like I'm going to go. Voy a ir. Voy a hacer. Voy a. Where they don't really use the, I guess, formal future tense like they do in Spain and other places.
Yeah, those are past tense too. Yeah, like ha sido instead of.
Yeah.
They say ha sido or ha vido or something like that. They
He
use that.
vivido. Yeah.
It's simpler.
Yeah. I have lived here. He vivido.
I've been, I've lived, I have been, I have lived.
But it's like, but down here, it's,
God help me.
Yeah, right. How am I gonna learn all this?
That's probably the most complicated part of Spanish is learning all the different past tenses that there are. Because there's like
so much.
plus compulso, it's all these.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
gonna
don't
start.
even know how to go.
Subject change. Let's go. Let's go. He's giving us like homework in school now.
Right. We're like, I don't know.
The superlative plumperfect.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Whatever
perfecto.
that
That's
is,
his.
I
The
have no
superlative
idea, but it's
perfecto.
real.
Yeah.
It's a conjugation.
So many
forms. Oh god.
There's hubiese, ido. Oh my goodness.
I don't think I will ever. I don't think I'll ever know them all.
I mean,
know them all.
if you know like a good chunk of the language, that you can get by. You don't need to know all the. You know, unless you're going to be an orator, or you know,
Right,
you're going to be a
right.
senator and publicly speak. I mean, even nowadays, I don't think you need to know much. There's a bunch of elections happening in the States, and people are.
What, to be a politician?
Yeah, right.
How much do you need to know to be a politician?
Nil.
Ooh, here we
Not
go.
much, you know.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Nothing.
Let's get into that politician side of it. There's a bunch of elections happening.
Politicians. Oh God, Biden is self-destructing.
Oh no.
That's so awful.
I
Now, I see this in you, Marilyn.
Woo!
Are you a Biden
Oh,
supporter?
I don't
I
know
don't-
what to say.
I want to know. I want to know.
Let's
Okay.
keep this
come
on
on.
neutral. Let's keep it
Neutral ground here.
We're not, it's not going to go to fisticuffs or anything. I just.
But recently they did a poll. I think was it Reuters who did the poll? Biden and Trump are equally, what's the word? Not popular.
Offensive?
Unpopular. Yeah, like nobody likes Trump. Like nobody likes Trump. 30% of people are like I don't like Trump. 30% of people I don't like, or whatever. People they don't like Biden. Like people are, they don't like the two candidates that they have options for right now. People want somebody else, but there's nobody else.
It's Jill Stein.
There's like no one else to vote for. Because they're like, no, we don't want Biden. No, we don't want Trump. But there's no one in the middle to
It's
vote
gonna be
for.
one of them.
The old lesser of two evils thing.
Lesser of
Yeah,
two.
this is
I
a
mean-
strange voting season.
Trump.
We have
they've-
no choice.
Yesterday, I think they started to do the deliberation on Trump's hush money trial, whatever.
Yeah, which is just the biggest bunch of bullshit I've ever heard of.
But the thing is, they did a poll, like you said, and 2/3 of people said that they do not care if he's guilty or innocent. They'll still vote for him.
Wow.
And then 15% of people said if he's guilty, they're more likely to vote for him.
Wow.
Yes,
My
that-
So
goodness.
it's like they're
That
doubling down. So
whole-
Trump is a win-win. He's going to win no matter what. If he,
Wow.
Yeah. The whole weaponization of the Department of Justice backfired on the Democrats.
Yeah, they tried to lock him up so he couldn't campaign, and he's
It's-
actually doing better campaigning from the courtroom.
It's that martyr syndrome.
so weird.
yeah, it's like
You
the
know,
bottom.
if you,
Why is that
What's that
working?
called? The underdog.
it's the underdog and the martyr. The worst thing you can do
that's
if you're
true.
a government
They
trying
martyred
to
him.
suppress some people is to kill the leader, because then he becomes a martyr,
martyr.
and everybody gathers
Around
together around the memory of the old leader of that
So
particular
they
party.
martyred Trump, trying to destroy him. They martyred him, and
Yeah.
oh no! If that was the conspiracy,
I'm not sure what's going to happen in the States.
Wow,
Is it
that's
six
so
months?
strange.
June, July, August, September, October, November. Wow, so
Yeah.
5 months or so till the election.
Yeah, it's close.
It's closing in.
Yeah, very close.
Yeah, it's gonna start getting down and dirty, nitty gritty.
So now they're talking about, well, you know, Kamala Harris is probably going to be the president later on in this administration. Because sooner or later they're going to get Biden and say, you are fucking crazy, get out of this
Well-
building.
A month from today is the debate. Around.
The first.
Oh, it is. It
Around.
is. Yes.
Yeah,
All
right.
right, ladies and gentlemen, tune in to
Oh.
the post-season special of the Velvet Hammer, where we watch the debate and we may go live. No, just kidding. We're not.
We might start doing a Twitch or something.
Yeah, right.
Twitch.
You're right. But that's weird too because
It's early.
it's a privately organized debate, and it's only between Trump and Biden. No one else is invited. So what does that say about our democratic system? If we're supposed to have debates between these presidential candidates, but the other presidential candidates can't participate in this particular
Yeah.
debate.
Yeah. And they're going to turn the microphones off
Yeah.
when one of the speakers does not have the
Right.
platform.
Right.
They're going to turn the other one off. Which what kind of a debate is that?
Exactly. You can't.
That's all,
And you know that may backfire on them too, because Trump will probably like saying things, and then people will like, "What are we?" They want to hear him because he's probably going to say something silly, and then people want to hear it. They want to be entertained, and then that will backfire. They'll have to turn on the microphones.
He'll figure some way around that.
Oh no! Wow.
But it's a private debate that's organized outside of the national. Usually, it's a national
debate committee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that organizes the debate, invites the people, all of the candidates, and they're kind of jumping the gun and getting their
Yeah.
own private thing done first before anyone else can even get on board.
Right. So and are they not quite they're not like the candidates.
Oh yeah, they're not even the candidates yet,
Yeah.
are they? No.
The DNC hasn't voted to make Biden their lead candidate, and neither has the Republicans.
I
So
think
they're not even like the nominee. That's what it's, the nominee.
the Libertarians
Yep.
chose their nominee. They did not choose RFK.
Oh.
Really?
They chose like Paul, some unknown person who.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think he's gonna have to run on his own independent. I guess
Yes.
he's
Wow.
the only other strong
I mean,
candidate.
Malek did it here. Who's to say
Well, it took
RFK
him-
can't do it? Because
Yeah.
he swooped out of nowhere.
Well, he ran, I guess 4 years ago. He had 15% of the vote, but it was kind of like he was gaining momentum until he just swept it this time with, well, not quite swept it, but he pretty handily won over Massa by
Clean
5.
sweep,
Yeah.
Oh, 10%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Speaking
10%
of
or so, yeah,
clean-
that's what it was.
clean sweep.
Oh, there we
Thank you,
go.
Mr. Budweiser, for your halfway point. And User Bush, please like and subscribe and give us a sponsorship. Thank you very much. By the way, we are not sponsored by in any way at all by any of these beer companies we endorse or
Yet.
do not. Yeah, yet.
We're working on it though.
Clarification.
Okay. And here's my Brahma.
And I am, yep, still with Quilmes,
Okay.
Argentina's finest.
All made by the same company, BG Dubs. Just if you all remember.
Do you know, I found out that Quilmes, which is the big company here, is an Indian tribe, a native
that's
indigenous
right.
Indian tribe in Argentina.
Right.
And I'm wondering, you know how they turned over all of the gambling operations in the United States to the Indians, the native
right,
Indians?
right.
And I wonder if they turned over the beer operation
To
a
Quilmes.
native Indian tribe, or if it's just a name.
It's just a name, I think. It's a German that made Quilmes, actually, if I'm correct. A German immigrant made the Quilmes company, if I believe
Okay.
I'm correct. And I think
So
he
it's
lived in
like-
Quilmes.
Well, I guess it became called
In fact,
Quilmes
Brahma
because of
also,
that.
I think, is a German beer, but he happened to be living in Brazil. If I'm
It's
Oh,
so
yeah.
confusing.
I'm pretty sure.
That sounds about right. Germans drink beer.
Yeah, it was.
And
a
I'm pretty
German.
Anheuser-Busch sounds German to
And
me
Heuser,
too.
yeah, it's Belgian.
Anheuser-Busch.
And, Anheuser-Busch is I don't
Belgium,
know.
Germany, don't
Belgium owns the big corporation that owns all the beers.
But doesn't it, Belgium makes beer? Belgium is
Belgium makes
beer,
beer,
yeah.
They make
But
beers,
aren't
yeah.
they? Don't they speak like French in part of Belgium and then like
They still-
German in part?
Belgian. They speak Belgian. Belgian speaks
I know
Belgian.
there's 2 languages they speak in Belgium. They speak French and they speak some other Belgian. Did you know this? Maybe you can help.
Belgium.
Never been there.
Oh,
Okay.
no. You've done a little Euro tour.
Oh.
You've never been to Asia though. Has anyone here been to Asia?
Nope.
No Asia, no,
No.
Asia, no Asia.
I've been to Kuwait.
Kuwait, okay, we've got Middle East.
Okay.
Yeah, Middle East. I've done
You
that.
guys have done,
Definitely Europe.
no one's been into Asia or Africa. Has you?
Except you. I've never been to Africa.
I've been to Asia.
You've been to Asia.
I don't.
Korea.
I've been to Korea, Japan, Philippines. I have not been to Africa though.
Nope, never been to Africa.
I would like to go, like Egypt. Well, I don't know, Egypt or South Africa. They say is dangerous these days. Johannesburg, dangerous. Huh?
Oh wow. I mean, that's what they say about of Buenos Aires, but you come here and there's nothing. It's so nice. So
Yeah,
we take that with a grain of salt. Oh, South Africa's violent. May probably.
Oh yeah, I think Buenos Aires is safer than a lot of United States cities.
No, that's
The
true.
United States is the most dangerous country I have ever been in.
Jeez.
Let
It's
me
a
tell
farce.
you
Yes,
this.
they tell you it's
The most
safe.
dangerous country I've ever been in.
I
Well,
spent a long
lived
time
in
there.
you've lived in a lot of different places.
I've lived in a lot of cities,
Getting worse.
mostly East Coast, and I'm mostly downtown too. And I tell you what, it is dangerous.
I can't believe
You know,
it.
Everyone has a gun.
These things,
Yeah.
they report on the news here in Buenos Aires about the crime, and a guy went in to. This is a big news. A guy was in a hamburger joint or something and pulled a knife on somebody. Blah blah blah. They have no idea how violent the United States
It's
is.
so violent. Yeah.
How dangerous it is.
It really is.
Yeah.
I mean,
Have you been to a Waffle House?
Oh,
A Waffle House is just fights.
about 2:30 in the morning.
2:30.
Yeah.
Ding ding ding. And they should just have a little
Right.
thing. Every Waffle House should have one of those. And it hits 2:30.
against the
bell
sausage
rings.
wall, we have Fredo on the waffle wall with the fried chicken with the fried chicken drumsticks. The welterweight champ of some random of Bodunk, Kentucky. Here comes.
She's got her weave pulled off. And
Oh God.
oh Lord.
Hey, it's just fun. It's entertainment in the States, you know. Beat everybody up, and take some pot shots, and
Oh my
kill a few.
God.
I mean, I wonder how many people are shot to death in the United States every day.
Yeah, exactly.
There's
It's like,
got to be
Oh, yeah.
10, 15, maybe.
Well, not even that. Just the mass shootings that happen.
Oh my
we used to keep track. We just gave up.
yeah, we got.
Oh, we haven't had
It
any
was like
for a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while, right?
Surprised.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
They haven't been mass shooting in the United States, really?
What's going on?
Because in January, I think there was more gun deaths than there are days. I think there was like
Yeah.
10 deaths by.
Yeah.
And this was mass shoot. It was
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Yeah, the first
I
few
might
weeks
know
of
somewhere.
the year was just a swath of mass shootings in the United States.
Yeah, which means 3 or more people were killed or wounded. Yeah, it's just
Yeah. And here, nothing.
4 more. Yeah,
The
yeah.
people here, they're like, you're from
They
the
get
United
robbed
States?
here. They don't.
Yeah,
In
they'll-
America, they'll just kill you.
Yeah.
But here they'll rob you, and if you resist, maybe they'll kill you, but they'll still rob you at
Yeah,
least.
but I mean that's the worst you can expect.
You're just going to kill kids for no reason in the States. I'm like,
Let's shoot
why?
up a high school.
Did they have something you wanted?
Yeah, like what's your
Yeah,
reasoning?
no.
for this?
That's
These
psychotic.
students need to die. Okay. You're a student. You. Oh God. And they make fun of Americans here. They're like, you crazy Americans. Like, they're like, wow. Why do you have guns? Why are you shooting each other in your high schools?
They make fun of Americans all over the world.
True. We're
Yeah,
kind of a
it's true.
laughing stock.
Oh my God! In Italy, you can't own a gun. I had to leave all my guns in the United States when I moved to Italy. I had a nice little arsenal. I had a 38 Smith.
That's American for
38
you.
Smith and Wesson, really nice, you know, a revolver, 5-shot revolver,
Oh my
and
gosh.
I always used to carry that inside my pants. There's an inside the pants
Oh
holster.
my gosh.
And so
All right,
every
Clint
morning
Eastwood
I'd get
over
up and
here.
I'm telling you folks, this is what life was like in the United States. And so
Virginia.
I'd go out every day and I'd be packing, and just because I had to have it. And then I had a 357
Goddamn.
Magnum.
Yeah.
Now that was a nice gun. Oh God, I'd go to the shooting range and you know it's got a 6-inch barrel on it. You are accurate.
That is full
You
Clint
know,
Eastwood. That is dirty Harry Callahan.
That's right. That's right. Then I had a pump.
Oh,
Yeah, 12 gauge
oh,
Remington.
oh my God.
Oh, great. And I would sleep with that next to my pillow
Oh
on
my
my bed.
Where were you
Was it-
living,
was it
Tom?
that
Jesus
unsafe in
Christ.
Virginia?
But you put it.
Virginia, okay.
Okay, you're lying in bed, and just to the right of the bed, where your alarm clock is and your dentures or whatever, you know, you have your pump with the barrel facing upwards, so that you can reach over and get it, and then come right down with it, and you shoot through the drywall.
Oh my
You don't wait for them to come in the door. You shoot through the drywall, and you just do about 5 or 6, rounds, and they're gone.
You gotta get your grouping, right? That's really good
Shoot your
grouping.
wall out and have to repair it because your whole ceiling came down. You shot off the main beam. Oh crap, there goes my roof.
Yeah, and then after that, all your cats come and they start sniffing everything. Oh, dude, what?
I mean, what if you shoot the wrong thing? What if one day you hear something, you wake up, you shoot Buffy?
Oh,
Well, we'll make some empanadas.
Oh my Lord.
Buffy empanadas.
And full circle.
I can't imagine living like that. We used to live in the suburbs. It was
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I live like that.
Can't imagine having to have a gun. Just be like, you wanna mess with me? You have to show them the gun.
God. Did people really mess with each other? Like, goodness God.
I think the guns keep it equal. If you have a gun, oh, okay, all right, I got
That's
a gun.
it.
You got
That's
a gun.
it.
It's a
a
little.
deterrent. And I never had to pull my firearm. I never had to do anything. But everybody knew in the little hood I was in that I was packing, and they don't want to fuck with me.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
You know, all we need now is a little bit of Joan Crawford. Don't fuck with me, fellas. It's not my first time in a rodeo.
You know, you just have to go out. You're working on the car. You got the hood up. You know, you're checking the water and the oil and everything. And you bend over and you got this 38 in the back, in your butt crack in the back. So
God.
everybody can see that. Then they get the clue, and it's not a problem. It's
Wanna run that way.
amazing.
It's a thing.
Didn't you see a guy here in a Mercedes-Benz pull a gun on someone?
Ooh, yes. So this guy had this nice Mercedes, and you know how people on bikes are in the bike lane. I guess he was trying to turn, and the bike was trying to go ahead, and so he almost hit him. The Mercedes almost hit the guy on the bike, so he starts slamming on the hood. He's like, "Oh, I caught you to the water. Watch where you're going." And this guy in the Mercedes pulls out a gun, and he just like shows him the gun. And I get on my bike, I just start riding the other way. I'm like, I'm not gonna get shot. I was like, oh no, I'm out of here. I don't want to get like casual. And so and this guy, he gets on his bike and he's riding the same direction. He's riding faster than me. He's zooming down the block.
That ain't right.
And I was like, oh, that really deterred him. That guy zoomed.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, it's a deterrent. You're right. That was the funniest thing I saw. I just saw that. I was like, oh, let me just ride this way. And that guy was just boom on his bike. He was, and the guy in the Mercedes runs down the same street, and he's like riding this guy down.
No.
And then he eventually passes him and goes along his way. But that was,
Wow.
yeah, it's a good deterrent. Guns do their. I guess guns
Oh my
do
God.
the job.
Wow.
Well, you know, the NRA just won a Supreme Court decision just today. Okay,
Oh, wow.
we're a few weeks behind on our broadcast, but
Yeah.
and it was having to do with the First Amendment, which is the
Freedom
right
of speech.
freedom of speech.
Uh-huh.
And so I don't really understand what they were talking about, but the NRA was supported by the Supreme Court so that they could go out and say what they wanted to say about the right to bear arms.
Oh, I see. So they're saying that the freedom of speech includes you being able to be free to talk about gun rights, or something. I don't know.
I don't know what it was. I have to go back and read it
Oh,
again. But
that's interesting.
yeah, but it was a real big thing. They say Sotomayor did that.
Sotomayor. She's still alive.
Sotomayor, yeah. She was the big proponent of that. But anyhow, it's a step in
Right.
some direction.
Yeah, a direction.
A direction. I don't know if it's good or bad.
Wow. Okay. Well, we do like to sort of close our conversations with some predictions. Do you want to do those?
I don't know. Let's
And-
any closing statements on Argentina?
Yeah. So, or do you have any Oh, how about this? A quick question. After visiting Buenos Aires for a little bit, seeing your sons living here, like, do you feel safer knowing that, like, or do you feel better or worse about us?
Yeah.
living
Do you have
here?
peace of mind?
Yeah. Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah. Any
Insurance.
closing words?
Yes, it does reassure me. You guys are doing okay
Mm-hmm.
out here. It
Yeah.
does.
I mean, there's a
There's
lot
some
of.
preconceptions that are not correct
Yeah,
about.
exactly. Yeah. Have any of your preconceptions been busted? Myths busted?
It does seem like you're safer. You can
Yeah.
handle yourselves. You can speak Spanish fluently.
Mm-hmm.
You can get along.
There's this.
Can't we just get along?
Can't we just get along?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, it's like it is kind of like it's a city, but it's not. I don't think it's like New York where there's
Yeah.
people stabbing people and mugging people all over the place. Obviously, it does happen, but from what you've seen, you know,
Yeah, people stay to themselves.
yeah,
We don't
nice people.
bother you. Nice people.
Yeah, you got some
You
free
met some
churros
nice-
one day, yeah.
Oh yeah.
A churro for the lady.
Churro for the lady.
Nice people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that sums it up. Argentina is a good place to visit. It's safe.
Don't believe
the hype.
Yeah, it's a really wonderful,
great place
city.
to live.
Yeah,
I think
Calm down.
one point you did have was that you need a guide.
Oh,
It was so
yeah.
good having you
Yeah.
both here who knew the city.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Other
You
than
need
that,
someone who knows where to go and how to get there.
because it's big, but it's
Where to
small.
go.
But
Yeah, definitely. We would have missed out on a lot of things if you guys had not told us.
Yeah, getting around that city.
Yeah, that's true.
So find a friend.
Yeah,
Or contact us and come visit us, and we'll
Right.
take you on the grand tour.
Scroll down below, leave a comment. Our website's on the website and profile.
Link in bio. I guess that's my prediction now. I predict we're gonna open a little touring agency.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. One level
Yeah.
tours and guides.
Yes. Get your beers here.
Yeah, exactly.
it'll be what's it called? A bar crawl.
Bar crawl.
Right.
We
Bar
could do
crawl,
that.
Buenos
We would be
Aires.
really good at that.
Yeah, I think we can handle that.
And it will literally be a crawl at the end.
Yes, you will
Crawl into the taxi. Take him home.
Okay, so I'm going to predict. You know, we talked earlier in this podcast about the problems, political unrest in Misiones,
Okay.
which is a state, a province in northern Argentina, and it's been going on for 2 weeks. Well, I'm going to predict that it will not spread.
Okay.
And you can always think, well, the people up there are going to gather everybody together and come down to Buenos Aires and Congreso right here in our own backyard to try to change things and make some things. I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're going to fizzle out and everything is going to stay tranquilo.
Yeah, tranquilo. Okay, I like that. Yeah, I think I would agree. I don't think it's gonna spill
It's
out.
not going to become a big old.
Yeah, also
Because
getting-
in the north,
I don't think it's the beginning of the end for Argentina. It's
Yeah.
and that's kind of what they wanted to be up in Misiones. They're just really
it's getting.
getting. I don't know if they're
Yeah.
getting violent. I don't know if there's any violence in Argentina, but
Right,
But they are-
in Rosario, yes.
Yeah, in the north,
I think, yeah, because that's where all the drug traffickers are coming through and human traffickers. But
Well, in the north, they're fighting for their land, for their with the cobalt fields.
oh yeah, that's true.
They're
That's
throwing.
happening.
The people are throwing rocks, and so if that can connect Misiones and Salta and Jujuy, if that connects and it starts spreading down.
well, that's my prediction. It is
So-
not.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, but the country really does, and well, I guess this will be my prediction. The country really needs a spur, something, an economic spur, something to jumpstart the economy again. I mean, they just recently had this whole, we've been talking about this podcast, a whole lot of the soybeans and corn, their big exports, have been destroyed this year by rain. My prediction, I think this little trip by Malay to like get tech people to come down will help, like get some more tech.
Bring us into the blue chip area, into
Yeah.
the agricultural.
Right, it'll take us out of just planting stuff in the ground and more using our brains. And when using their brains, so we can start selling intellectual property versus property or
Commodities that are
commodities.
quite cheap.
Right.
You can
And
sell
then-
an iPhone that costs freaking $1,000.
Right. It'll
Move a
raise
level
whole-
up on the
yeah.
food chain.
Yeah, out of the like agro-industrial
Agricultural age
to like industrial, like or techno-industrial, because that's a lot of money, and it'll pays higher wages. It'll help. It'll slow inflation down because now wages will come more in key what it should be.
It'll be competitive
Yeah,
with the
competitive,
world.
that's the word.
It'll raise up Argentina.
I think this little tour that he's doing it might help, and
All right.
they say anyway. So that's my prediction.
That's it then.
Okay,
I
that
hope-
works.
Yeah, I hope
Hey,
so.
that's good
I
positive
guess
stuff.
that's it then.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, this is it. We're going to see you in a couple weeks, and we've got some big things in store. You will see those if you follow us on our Instagrams, Facebooks, YouTube, whatever. Thank you all for tuning in. Like and subscribe, please. Especially if you like what you hear, and especially if you didn't, please like and subscribe on your favorite podcasting app. Until 2 weeks from now, thank you for listening. This has been another joined by a wonderful guest episode of The Velvet Hammer.
Hey, have a great week. We'll see you next season.
Da, 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 da.